everyone, and welcome. This is Trumpetman with 40 Card College. We're going to be doing the Arena Open today. So I'm going to be doing the best of one. I think it's a little easier to qualify, and if you're just interested in qualifying, then that's the way to go. I've also been playing a lot of best of one recently. So I think we hit above average. Gix's command super good. Precursor Golem super good, and so is Liberator. So Platinum Angels sometimes can be good. So pretty happy with the rares we're seeing here. The only bad one is Perennial Behemoth, and two that we're not seeing as well. So let's hop on in here. If we look at the Kayla's command, notable cards, we have 2 Prison Sentence, which is pretty nice. We have a Disenchant. All right, so white looks solid. In blue, we have a Temporal Anchor, I guess, if we want to go long. Thopter Mechanic. We have just some reasonable cards. Take Flight can steal games and sealed for sure. A couple Hulking Metamorphs maybe, if we have some combos for that. In black, we have the Gix's command, which we probably want to be able to play. It's super powerful. We have 2 Power Stone Fractures and a Gix's Caress. So there's actually a lot of power in black. If I'm just looking at that, in red, our last rare was Felden. An okay card, but nothing to write home about in sealed. Our red looks pretty aggressive, which makes sense. But it's not particularly deep. So my guess is we're not going to play red. I think a lot of these cards play a lot better in draft. But we'll see. Then if we look at green, notables, Obstinate Baloth. And that's about it. So nothing that much in green. I guess we have Evolving Wilds, Perennial Behemoth. That is a nice combo. You could actually play that in any deck, though. I don't think it's good enough necessarily to make me want to play Perennial Behemoth, but maybe if I need something at that spot on the curve. And then we have our artifacts. We have Self-Assembler, which can find 2 assembly workers. We have a mine worker and a tower worker, so maybe. And then no Swiftfoot boots for our Platinum Angel, though we could still just play Platinum Angel. I'm not even sure Platinum Angel is that good in sealed because there's so many answers that people are going to have to play them. But I guess that's true for Precursor Golem as well. But it can at least run away. This can run away with the game pretty quickly. But I mean, I'll include them for now. I don't know if I want to play the Self-Assembler other stuff. But if I'm looking at these, like these are probably the artifacts I'm basically going to play almost no matter what. And I think my best cards are in white and black. So I'm wondering, Loran's Escape is kind of nice when we have Platinum Angel. It also protects all the Precursor Golems. Gives a bunch of Scry 1. So we might be able to do that. Let me just kind of fill in our curve here. Aeronaut Cavalry right now. Make 1 creature bigger. It's still a 3/4 flyer, so I could see playing it. In black, we have the Ashnon's Harvester, the Emergency Well, the double Power Stone Fractures. Maybe the Gixian Skull Flares, though maybe not. No One Left Behind is pretty good with Precursor Golem. So I could see playing that. Trench Stalker. We have Chromatic Star and Scrapwork Rager, so not a ton for our Trench Stalker. There's Disciples of Gix, which can put a Harvester in the graveyard and a Rager in the graveyard. Not too much else. Soul Guide Lantern actually might be decent in sealed, just because, I mean, also is another way to draw another card. So if I have enough of that, I might want to play the Trench Stalker. It's just a big body, and then sometimes, like, I don't need that many ways to turn it into the 4/5 Death Touch Lifelink. Just enough so that people want to trade off with it. Because they don't know how good it is in my deck, but I do. We also have a decent amount of, I guess not that much. I was going to say Power Stone production. We have a little bit. Let's see. What else do I want to play? Right now, I only have 8 creatures and I have a million spells. So I could see a Levitating Statue getting in there. The Kayla's command makes a creature. And nothing else really does. So this deck, the problem with this deck is it's not particularly aggressive for the prison sentences. They are good though, But if our opponents are able to sort of use the prison sentences against us, it is a bit of a problem. So I'm wondering if we should be playing a different color instead. I guess Disciples of Gix is pretty good if we've drawn the No One Left Behind. Because basically we can like tutor up the Platinum Angel to put in our graveyard. It also finds Ashnod's Harvester and Scrapwork Rager. It could also find Clay Revenant. We have 2 Power Stone Fractures for that combo. It's alright. So that's an option. We have Yoshin Frontliner, but we're not that aggressive, so I don't think it's that good. And I'm looking at blue now. So if I played blue instead, I don't really think we get a lot of value off the Hulking Metamorphs, unfortunately. Like if we play blue-black. Because I want to play Gix's Command. And Gix's Caress and these Power Stone Fractures. Blue gives us some benefit with like the Stern Lesson, these different ways to turn on Mightstone's animation, but it's just not that impressive. Our green is just basically nothing. Our red, again, it's aggressive, but not that, like it's just not that good. Yeah, we've identified the best 2 colors, so we're playing our best cards. So at that point, maybe I should just... I don't have that many good things to sacrifice, so maybe I should just be playing the Clay Revenant if I'm playing Disciples of Gix. Because it also is just going to draw another card and is a 4/4 body. I mean, this looks solid. Not amazing, but solid. I don't really need to play the Aeronaut Cavalry only because I don't really have many soldiers and I have other good 5s. The question also, do I play 16 lands? I said, I have a lot of 5-drops, so I probably want to play 17. Although this can get a this can get a plains. So I could play 16 lands and play like a 9/8 mana base in favor of white. Like make a plains, make a 2/2 is the common mode on this. So it's kind of like I'm playing an extra land anyways. And then I have the Chromatic Star and the Soul Guide Lantern to cycle. And that way we just don't flood out later on. Like if we're just trading a lot. Prison Sentence does kind of help us hit our land drops. But it also helps us find our land drops. Yeah, the fact that this is kind of just an extra land anyways, I think I'm okay playing 17. As long as I have at least 9 white sources. So I could play Evolving Wilds and then 7/8. I think the games are just going to go on for a while. Like we have a lot of really grindy stuff. And I think that's it. I guess the question is, do I want to play... I could play Mine Worker, Tower Worker, Self-Assembler instead of some of these other 2s. I think Phalanx Vanguard is just decent, though, in my deck. It's going to trade off early, and sometimes it's just going to beat down, because I do have a decent number of artifacts to curve out with. I have, like, the Kayla's Command, which makes an artifact. I have the Liberator. It's really good with Precursor Golem if they can't block, because it hits them for 5. So I think that's just good enough. Don't have enough for the Warlord's lead, I don't think. And we're up to 10 creatures. 11 with the Kayla's Command. And then the Levitating Statue can also kind of take over the game. We have actually quite a few of those effects. Alright, I think, yeah, let's give this a try. Not an insane deck, but if it doesn't get there, then, well, we can always try again. Alright, we'll keep. And is fine if unexciting. But we should be able to get there. Like, basically this just sets up the super grindy hand that we have. The Power Stone Fracture, the Clay Revenant's going to help grow our Liberator. That is a nice one. If we can draw another Plains, then we can Liberator into Kayla's Command. And that's going to be super strong. We'll just pass here to play around a counter. We have Flash anyways. Ooh, that one's really good. I'm going to have to kill it. So what we can do is just Power Stone Fracture here. And then still hopefully draw a Plains so that our Liberator can grow next turn. Alright. That one is going to be good, but we're not quite here yet. I'm just going to bring back the Clay Revenant and play it. I guess technically I could play it with Flash. I probably should have done that. Like if I just passed the turn. Although if they then somehow killed my Liberator on the, with the trigger on the stack, then I couldn't have actually played my Clay Revenant, so maybe it doesn't matter. Probably not going to affect their play. If they know what's going on, then wouldn't really get much value out of that. Just attack for 2, I suppose. Our hand's very strong. But I don't really want to block into their board. Alright, we're probably just going to disenchant that. I could block, return the Clay Revenant, and replay it, but I'd rather disenchant in case I draw a land for my Precursor Golem. So we're just going to take 5. Man. Okay, I guess I should just block, and then I can Emergency Weld if I miss next turn. Like, our hand is so powerful, I just want to make sure that I can get my next play online. And it is the dangers of running 16 lands, but I mean, we have drawn, like, pretty much all our expensive cards. So, and I have more white than black. So I feel like this is just kind of a little unlucky. I could Gix's command this turn. Or I could flash in a Precursor Golem. Probably flashing in the Precursor Golem is going to be better, because then my Urza also can eat something. My Urza's Battlethopter. And I can trade off the Precursor Golem itself. If I block like this, and this, that's going to be good unless they have something really crazy here. And even if they have something really good, I can still set up the Gix's command next turn. Like, this is a pretty big... Well, okay, that's not actually a pretty big blowout. Do I have lethal with Gix's command? 3, 6, 9, 10 because it grows. 11, 12. So this is lethal if it works. So maybe I should sweep the board and put 2 counters on Clay Revenant. I don't die on the backswing even if they... Like, the only way it's bad... Let's say they have, like, supply drop. They could save both of these. It is kind of bad. They could pump this and then pump that. But I'm still attacking. And I can choose where I put the counters as long as it resolves. So I think I should just play this. Do these. And then if it's going to resolve, we can see what's going to happen here. Okay, yeah, so I'm just going to pump the Clay Revenant, I think, and attack with everything. Well, actually, I can hold back the Clay Revenant to block, because of 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I should pump I should pump a 3/3 in case it gets killed, and then I have this to block. And we'll hit for 7 even if it goes poorly. Oh wait, no, that was bad. It was bad because it killed my Clay Revenant. That was the whole point about putting the counters on it. I don't know what I'm thinking. Gotta get my head in the game. Too early this morning. Thankfully we had lethal anyways. So just time to tighten up. Alrighty, we're on the draw. We do have the Power Stone Engineer to help sort of ramp some things out, so that's pretty nice. So depending on what they play here, I might play the Harvester, I might play the Power Stone Engineer. Pretty clear Power Stone Engineer, given the sprite. Alright, I can Vanguard. The Harvester, because the Harvester just gets blocked by the Haywire Might. I think it's better to play this. I guess I should attack. I probably should have done that first. They have 2 mana. We're probably just going to take that, but I'm happy to make this trade. See, this kind of works out because now I can actually Harvester. Maybe it actually worked that I played that first because then this couldn't block. If I waited to play this, I might have just taken the one there. But now what I can do is play the Harvester and attack for 3. So that was good. No reason to return my Power Stone Engineer, I don't think. I'm already almost a Platinum Angel mana, and if I draw something bigger, I'm going to want to return that instead. They're really ramping. The good news is we have the Power Stone Fracture for like the actual next big thing. Also, they're playing 4 colors, so that's pretty interesting. Let's play this to pump our Phalanx Vanguard. Then attack with both. What do I want to get rid of? Probably the Haywire Might. When in doubt, usually take the creature. Fine. We can set up a Power Stone Fracture turn where we unearth and get that online. I could No One Left Behind the 3/1 right now, actually. That would allow my statue to grow for next turn. But I think it's better to just wait and use the Harvester with Power Stone Fracture instead. Okay, that's dead. Sure. I'm tempted to block, but we're kind of winning the race right now. They haven't wanted to offer the trade the rest of the game. But I think this trade would happen, and they're almost on 7 mana, so I'd probably just block. Ooh, that was a good draw. So the good news is I can No One Left Behind the Precursor Golem. So they're going to have a 3/3 and a 4/4. Sure. But we can kill their 4/4 next turn. If I unearth the Harvester, I could attack with all the 3/3s. And then they can only block with the 4/4. So they would take 12. They would take 9, and then I could kill the other 3/3, and it would kill the Automaton. I think that's pretty good. Alright, so now we basically have pressure in play, we can prison sentence the next thing, and we even have a platinum angel on top of that. So we'll just kill that. I want to draw my card first, so I can see what I want off the scry. I guess I could scry. At this point in the game, maybe scrying first is better. But I'm definitely going to play both those cards, so sometimes it can help to know what I draw, because it could influence what I want to keep. Although I'm mostly just going to keep anything that's not a land at this point. Alright. Well, Precursor Golem, pretty good card. Alright, we're going first. We have a God of Gix's Caress. Seems good to me. If we ever get to 6 mana, the Disciples of Gix will draw some extra cards. So all in all, pretty good. Now we're going to draw fewer cards because the Rager, the Disciples of Gix doesn't help us with that. However, it does get cast off the Gix's Caress, so drawing this is still probably pretty good. I don't have any artifacts yet. I'm probably just going to take the Perimeter Patrol rather than the Pendragon Strongbow. I can always prison sentence this, so I'd rather get the bigger creature first. And then we could play Rager plus Lauren's Escape on the Explosion. Because it gains hexproof, so they won't get the Power Stone, which I think is pretty huge. Like, if I take their creature, their Strongbow is not actually as threatening. That's kind of frustrating, but... No, not really. Because now I can actually trade here. Ooh, that's a really good one if we can get a swamp. Notably, if we trade off, like, if they end up killing the Scrapwork Rager here, it is, like, if they ever are able to do that, it is kind of a bit tougher. Because they could actually exile it too. Looks like they're just setting up Strongbow. So they respect the Lauren's Escape here. I guess they had the read on. Alright, can't cast anything on my Power Stone this turn, but I can prison sentence something. I guess I should prison sentence the Strongbow because it can grow off the Harvester, and the Harvester I can block. Definitely want the Swamp. I don't... Well, maybe I do want the Chromatic Star because of the Power Stone Fracture. I'd go... Next turn I would play Gix's Command. Then I play Chromatic Star plus Fracture. I'd rather, I think, just try to hit a land for the Disciples of Gix, though. So I'm going to bottom the star. Oops. That was just a misclick. Although it might incentivize them to Excavation Explosion my creature, in which case I can Lauren's Escape it. Not even convinced that that's that good, though. This was really bad. Alright, well, we shouldn't have taken that much damage here. They still have the explosion. But I could wipe 2/2s, put counters here. killing both of these and then making a 4/4 lifelink is pretty good. I'd go at 11 and then take 6. I am a little worried about the explosion, though. I can't actually wipe everything. I think we still just need to do this. Attacking for 4 is better than not attacking, because if I don't attack, they can attack me and then they kill this. Well, basically I'm gaining 4 and then taking 6. It's basically -2. So I'm actually gaining more life overall if I make this attack versus attack and block. Well, we attacked and we lost because of it. That was brutal. That one turn where I attacked with a 2/2 and took 6 was so bad. But, I mean, I misclicked. Not like I meant to do that. Alright, this hand is pretty solid. I think we lead with Soulguide Lantern. We can cycle it on turn 2 and play Chromatic Star. So that we can help, hopefully, hit our land drop for Kayla's command. Though if I draw a land anyway, if I draw planes anyways, then I want to hold the Chromatic Star for Gix's command. I can also filter the Chromatic Star mana off of the Power Stone to be able to play. Like, basically, I can filter Power Stone mana one turn. So I don't necessarily want to crack the star immediately. I think I'm just going to draw a card right now. It'll help inform my decision, and that's really good. So now what I can do is I can Evolving Wilds for a Plains this turn. And I could even Gix's Caress into the command. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Well, now I'm actually just going to Liberate her. So that it can grow off of the Caress. Alright, that was pretty smart of them not to attack. I am in pretty big trouble here. So the question is, I could Prison Sentence this turn, which grows my creature to 2/3 to help find the lands for what I need, or if I Gix's Caress this turn. I'm so far behind if I do that, though. Or I could just Kayla's command that makes sure I hit my land drop next turn. And it gives me a 2/2 that I can block with also. That's probably going to be the best. Let's do this. And just plan to block. So I just block like that. Next turn, I can Gix's Caress and Power Stone Fracture. That'll let me have a 3/4, and I can kill their 4/3. So we start with this one. I could also just Prison Sentence and Power Stone Fracture, but I think at this point, having the 3/4 flyer and then removing their blocker, like if I'm gonna lose time on my Gix's Caress. Like I need to do it now, or else it's not gonna have any value later. So I assume I just take the Loran. They can give things flying, but right now that doesn't matter too much. And then I can Power Stone Fracture the 4/3. They are going to get counters off the Scrapwork Cohort plus the Ocean Dissident, but I can actually stop that with the Gix's command. So that'll actually be okay. Because I think they're just going to pump the cavalry, probably. Well, I guess not. They might pump the Cohort and the Aeronaut Cavalry so that they can attack me. Okay. I see. They're just going to go in on the Dissident here, then. Three. So I have to block here. 3, 6, 3, 5, 9 damage. If they attacked with everything, I would have had to chump the 4/4, so I'm glad they didn't do that. So now we just go to 1. And I can Gix's Command plus Ashnod's Harvester. So I believe I should make them sack the Dissident and put counters on this. It'll hit for 6 lifelink, and then I can play the Harvester as well. And then we can Prison Sentence the 3/4 next turn. And I'll just flash in the 3/1 and block the 2/1. Still gonna be a close game. That's a huge problem. What can I emergency weld back? Just the 3/1? I think I have to hit the Sprite here, because there's no other way to block. Disenchant and No One Left Behind. Both those are pretty bad right now. I guess I could keep No One Left Behind, that way I could attack. I can't even attack, because they have the flyer. I guess those are just both bad. Well, I guess that's that game. We were kind of just behind the whole time, even though I was able to catch back up. That Yotian Dissonant just really went off. I'm wondering if maybe we had somehow dealt with it sooner, but I was trying to set up a nice play with the Gix's command. It just didn't sweep the way we needed it. I believe I should hold off on Soul Guide Lantern because I have the statue. And then I guess let's just cycle. Do I want to play Clay Revenant or Evolving Wilds for a Plains? I think Evolving Wilds for a Plains is better. I'm only going to lose potentially 1 damage, but I'm going to have that mana next turn, and if I draw Kayla's command, it's much better to have the double white online already, so I don't have to wait around. Interesting. So they're 4-color soup over there. Probably black as a main color, because otherwise why are they playing Warplow? I guess I'm just going to hit him for 2. Probably going to take the Power Stone Fracture, unless... I mean, taking Precursor Golem doesn't do a whole lot, because we have 2 ways to reanimate it. But okay. So I think I'm just going to No One Left Behind right now. It gets it into play immediately. If they can kill the Precursor Golem, it's a little bit of a problem, especially if it involves Excavation Explosion. But if they can't, then this game is going to be pretty much over. Well, we get another shot at it in a turn. I'm just going to play Liberator first and then Emergency Weld so that I get my counter. And then hopefully this golem actually does the trick this time. We're probably looking for more removal. Yeah, I kept one on top. I mean, they know the golem's coming down, but I'm still just going to play it. Well, I don't actually have to play it right now because I have the Liberator, so I should probably just wait. It's only if they have Urza's rebuff that it's bad, but I get around all sorcery speed removal by waiting a turn. Also, if they attack, I could flash in the golem and block with the golem itself. Definitely an option. They're kind of doing it. Alright, I'm gonna flash it in, and then we are going to attack. I want to sentence something. I can prison sentence and then attack for even more. I guess if I hit the Loran, then my 1/1 gets to attack as well. If I sacrifice the Urza's Battle Topter, I can also get my... Well, no, I can't get my Clay Revenant back online. I'm only going to have 2 extra mana. So I think getting the Scry right now is going to be a little bit better. Yeah, those are both good. I think I'm going to put the Rager on the bottom, because right now I'm attacking with the statue, and I'm going to want to search it up with the Disciples later. Like, I don't anticipate me playing Disciples of Gix next turn, because I'm attacking with this statue here. But once they stop everything, it might actually be a card I'm really interested in. So it looks like they do have an answer for the golems. Or else why wouldn't they trade with... Okay. I've dealt with that. Maybe they're thinking they just have to find an answer for the golems, so that's why they didn't want to trade with any of them. I think we just attack, and then we play Disciples if something goes wrong. Kind of a disaster. Give our opponent a ton of life. Do I want a Chromatic Star in my deck? Probably, because it just cycles, and it can also be something I might want to sacrifice, potentially. It triggers Trench Stalker, so it's a reason to draw it. Alright, so if I Power Stone Fracture their 1/1 and Scrapwork... Well, if I Scrapwork Rager right now, see what I draw. I think we sacrifice the statue. I still like having this in play, because if I draw Disenchant, then I can just kill immediately with it. But maybe I should just play the star and sacrifice it. Because then I have more options for where I want to point a Disenchant in the future. Like, it might be better one versus the other. Now they're at 2. I have 2 attackers next turn, so that's good enough. Alright. some scary moments in there, but we did get that one. I imagine I'm supposed to play Clay Revenant on 1. It's not really worth holding for the Phalanx Vanguard to pump it. And if it goes unblocked on turn 1, after I play it, then it's like I got that point of damage in anyways. Plains makes my hand way better. It was okay before, but now, like, getting to curve out is going to be pretty huge. Alright, we're happy to just block. Okay. I do want a Soul Guide Lantern in the future and get their Ashnod's Harvester. But I can do that on the following turn. I don't want to do it this turn because I'm in a Kayla's command. And it would be a waste of my turn to Soul Guide Lantern immediately. I wasn't planning on attacking with the Vanguard, so getting this pump is not even that special. I can attack with everything, and when they trade next turn, then I get the Soul Guide Lantern online. So I think we should prison sentence the Recluse, and then attack with everything. I'm mostly just looking for a swamp right now. There it is. If I don't want to Gix's command next turn, I can always cycle the Soul Guide Lantern to draw into Levitating Statue. I think that's fun. Now we attack with everything. Pretty clear forced trade here because our creature has vigilance. It kind of just gets to, we kind of just get to set up this exact line, which is nice. If they play something giant, then we can just Gix's command. Blocks. Ooh, that one's pretty scary, yeah. Probably gonna kill that. And put counters on my 2/2. I only have the one creature in my graveyard anyways. Alright, it's going. The Disciples also can find 2 unearthed creatures, which would put a ton of pressure on my opponent. That's a problem. Well, I just have to kill the Worm Coil. Pretty devastating. No attacks. I just have to take the Death Touch for a while because I can't let them hit with lifelink. I wonder if I'm supposed to keep the Soul Guide Lantern in play, I was gonna say. In case they have reanimation. But I kind of just need to hit my land drop so I can get a 4/4 on mine. Do I want to put anything in my graveyard? I have 2 ways to return things from my graveyard right now. Or left in my deck. I have no one left behind and Emergency Weld. If I draw Platinum Angel, I can't even cast it right now, so maybe I should just put that in my graveyard. I think next turn I'm probably going to unearth and attack with a statue, and then just get rid of their Wormcoil engine from the graveyard as soon as possible to prevent draws. Like, if they're playing Emergency Weld in their deck, like, there's a chance they're going to be able to draw that card at some point in the game. And I can maybe beat the Wormcoil tokens, but I don't think I can beat. So I could give them a 3/5 and a 2/1 flyer and a swamp. The 2/1 flyer is really good against me though right now because it basically is worth a card. So I think I just give them the face down pile. Hopefully it's just a bunch of blanks because I'm already kind of behind in this game. So I'm gonna give them the face down, which feels bad, but I don't really think I can beat that. That pile's already a 3-for-1. Like, hopefully the other pile has like 2 lands and like 1 card in it. I can't beat the face up, so hopefully I can beat the face down. That's the end of the game, or that's the short and sweet of it. So we're gonna unearth, and we're gonna just attack with everything. Exile the Wormcoil. And then I'm gonna disenchant the lifelinker just to deal a little extra damage. Because next turn my statue might be able to kill them. If I have the star and I draw another cheap non-creature, they're at 5. Jeez. They just gained 10 life? Oh, that was brutal. Titania's Command and Wormcoil Engine, huh? Be good. Anything else over there? Okay. So I can hit him for 5 here. Guess I'm racing. And we would have had lethal too. That's crazy. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Yeah, this is just and Gix? Their deck's crazy. Okay. I made a horrible mistake in match 2 or whatever that sent us on this trajectory. Sure. Okay. Alright, well, that's that tournament. I should have played better that one game where I misclicked. I guess I will give it another try. Probably see you in that next video as well. What do we get for our efforts? Nothing. You win nothing. All right. See you around, everyone. That was a funny one.